Hello from Spiritual Seeds, from this third Sunday in Advent, also called Gaudete, that is rejoice. I will proclaim this Gospel. Sounds a bit like last Sunday. It's still about John the Baptist, but don't switch off. Don't listen to this Gospel, because there is more about this man and about us as well. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. A man came, sent by God. His name was John. He came as a witness, to speak for the light, so that everyone might believe through him. He was not the light, only a witness to speak for the light. This is how John appeared as a witness. When the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, "Who are you?" He not only declared, but he declared quite openly, "I am not the Christ." "Well then," they asked, "are you Elijah?" "I am not," he said. "Are you the prophet?" He answered, "No." So they said to him, "Who are you? We must take back an answer to those who sent us. What have you to say about yourself?" So John said, "I am, as Isaiah prophesied, a voice that cries in the wilderness, 'Make a straight way for the Lord.'" Now these men had been sent by the Pharisees, and they put this further question to him: "Why are you baptizing, if you are not the Christ, and not Elijah, and not the prophet?" John replied, "I baptize with water, but there stands among you, unknown to you, the one who is coming after me, and I am not fit to undo his sandal strap." This happened at Bethany, on the far side of the Jordan, where John was baptizing. The Gospel of the Lord. We are still in Advent, but we are changing a little bit music. When you hear from the Gospel of John, there is a different music. It's more dense, it's more deep, and it requires more attention. The other Gospels are beautiful, but they are somehow more obvious. This one requires to engage. And the Gospel of John, this Sunday, presents this man, John the Baptist. This man came sent by God. That is, this man exists in function of a mission. His whole existence, his whole life is towards a mission, like you, like me. And this mission is to be a witness to the light, to bear witness to this kind of light. How is going to happen? I mean, me and you, we have the same mission. That is to bear witness to this, to affirm this, to show this in our life. But how is this going to appear? How are you going to fulfill the mission God has in mind for you? How is it going to happen? This is the second part of the Gospel. In the second part of the Gospel, something happens. What happens is that there are people the Jews, the Pharisees, the elite, the spiritual elite of Jerusalem, that sends an official delegation to the River Jordan where John is baptizing. For the first and only time in the Gospel of John appeared these two categories of people, the priests and the Levites. These were the experts of the temple, the competent authority of purification. They were utterly in charge of any rite to make sure that things were done accordingly to the book. So they go, and they are not so friendly. The Gospel doesn't show that, but it is basically, literally, an interrogation. So these people come from Jerusalem, a big delegation, a bit like Brexit. They go there, and they say to the Baptist, "Who are you? What are you doing?" All the time, 4 times. Justify yourself. Say something about yourself. Why are you doing what you're doing? What are your credentials? And the way John replies, and the English does not show that either, is again a legal reply. John the Baptist understands that he is under interrogation, that what is happening is a legal, somehow authorized investigation about him, and he answers with that language. So when he says, he not only declared, but he declared quite openly that this is a technical language. And what he's saying is something that they don't quite like, because they came from Jerusalem with a box. And in this box there were the jigsaw they knew: Elijah, the prophet, the Messiah. And they wanted this guy to fit into their box. And it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. But there is something else. What is important of this is that John the Baptist is here under pressure, under investigation, on the spotlight. That his things are not going well for him. He is accused unjustly. And in this situation, he becomes a witness. His witness, when he says, voice in the wilderness, that is, this is who I am, the fact that he understands his life in the scriptures, this revelation of his bearing witness to this Lord that is coming, this happens under intense pressure. And this is the same for you and for me. Sometimes we look at our life and we say, but how will I fulfill my mission? How will I grow as a Christian? How on earth will I ever bear witness to this light? How is this possible that this light actually begins to appear in my life? How? Not because one morning John the Baptist got up from bed and says, this is the right day, I feel inspired, I feel good, I feel this is the day I will bear witness to this light. It didn't work like that. People came from Jerusalem, interrogating him, treating him, what are you doing? Who are you? And under this pressure, this like a cooker pressure, under this, he appears. And as he appears, this light appears. And the same will be for you and for me. When the events of our life are against us, when things work the opposite, and people point the finger at us, and people unjustly accuse us, that is the moment when we can begin to bear witness to Christ, when our identity, our mission begins to appear. And when that mission appears, when that witness appears, he appears. And the same was for him. Christ, and in a week or so, we will put him in the crib. His presence in the night bears witness to two things. One is the night, that there is evil, great evil. And it is that presence of evil that somehow created the moment of grace where God sent His Son, the light, to destroy darkness. Let us rejoice. Let us rejoice because your life has a mission, has a purpose, and that mission, that flower, will open not when the sun is nice, when it rains, when it's thunderstorm and clouds and rains. That is when our mission and the flower blossoms. See you next Sunday. God bless you.